All right, yeah, I got it. We'll talk back and forth with them. No, we're all good. I'm ready to go. I know, it's crazy. All right. Yeah, Leslie, we really expect that roof to collapse any moment now. And, boy, when it does, there's going to be a lot of fuel. Now, firefighters did try and get inside this restaurant. It's the Tokyo Delve Sushi Restaurant right off of Lancashire, north of Magnolia. Once they got inside, though, it really took off. They had firefighters on the roof, and they had to call them back. Now, they're getting an aerial ladder up off to the right, but at this point, they have little to no water on this. They're trying to contain it to that one portion of the structure. They have bearing walls that are rated for fire made out of brick, and they don't want it to spread to another business, although I think it'd be maybe in more than just the sushi restaurant at this time. Now, there's access issues. That's a problem. Lancashire, that's the road you see that is shut down, and, of course, you could tell they don't have any water on it yet, so that is a concern. And when the roof does collapse, we really expect this fire to take off. No reports of any injuries. That's great news. There's a couple of ambulances here, but we don't see anyone being treated, and we don't have word yet on how it started. But you can tell it's a tricky fire because it's been burning for a while, since 5:33 this morning. We don't see firefighters getting water on it yet. Yeah, it looks to me that it spread to more than just the one business, Philip. You know, you've got, like I mentioned, those bearing walls, and they're made out of brick, and they're fire rated, but there could be 2 or 3 businesses inside that one structure before you get to one of those walls, and that's what they're trying to do right now. Just keep it in that portion of what would be almost like a strip mall, if you would, right along Lancashire. But push in real quick, Jamie. It looks to me like it's about ready to go. It's just going to erupt. When that roof collapses, there's so much fuel, and that's why firefighters can't be inside. And there it goes. It's going to collapse. It is going to take off, and then the trick is now to stop it from spreading to any other businesses, to get outside of that area you see there where you do have the brick walls around it. And that's a good sign right there. We're seeing them get some water on it. That's going to help. But once it collapses altogether, that's when we really see these fires take off. I want to give you a shot real quick and just open up and show you the plume that's coming up. It's laying down over North Hollywood. We'll bring up Sky Map 7. Now, that's Lancashire right there. What you do have is a couple of alternates to get around this sort of north-south travel is Tahunga and Vineland. They will help. You can see some of the surface streets. There's not a big traffic delay yet, but we'll push back in. We'll come off Sky Map 7. Things look a little better, but it can be deceiving because every now and then you'll watch a fire, it'll start to look better, then the roof will completely collapse, and it will really erupt once again. But they're getting some water on it. We see more white smoke right now. It's encouraging. As far as the drive is concerned, later you can expect Lancashire Boulevard to be shut down late into the morning. I mean, late 11, 12 o'clock. They're going to have to mop this up. It'll take some time, and hopefully they'll be able to just contain it to what we see burning right now. Yeah, there was a mad dash to get them off. They were on that roof initially trying to ventilate it. You know, that's what you want to do, or what firefighters do is they try and ventilate it. Once it gets in the attic, you want those hot gases out. But once they notice that they're starting to see too much of the roof that's on fire and it may collapse, they've got to get off for their own safety. And then obviously if the roof could collapse. You can't have a firefighter inside fighting it from the inside out. And when you go to that back off, surround and drown, and you take a defensive stance, you know you're going to lose the structure. It's going to be a complete loss. At this point, off to the right, you're going to see the water cannon on the aerial ladder, and it's just not fired up yet. I mean, that's certainly going to help once they get a lot of water in there. I don't know what they're working with as far as getting the water and the problems with some access issues, but it seems like that has been a bit of a reason maybe it's been able to take off like this, and they weren't able to get on it with a lot of water earlier. It looks better, but we've seen this so many times. It'll collapse completely, the roof, and then we'll see it spark up once again. Hopefully that's not the case, and they're going to be able to knock it down here in the next few minutes. Yeah. Oh, thank you. In that portion of the structure? Okay, thanks. Did they go to like a second alarm, anything like that, Jared? All right. All right, just let me know who I follow and if I throw it to the break. All right. Okay. And are Philip and Leslie throwing it to me, or I'm just cold open after one of their stories? All right. Very good. Thank you. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I got it. After the 737, I'll toss it to break. All right. And LA City firefighters battling a fire inside a sushi restaurant on Lancashire in North Hollywood. It's a stubborn blaze. It's now spread to 5 businesses. We'll be right back with a complete update. Let's go around it real quick. Yeah, we'll take a look, see what it looks like from the other side. Let's just go due north. Keep this heading. Okay, just pushing those over. So, I don't know, we're flying sideways here. You push into that, Jamie, I get an idea what we're looking at here from this angle if we try and get it a little bit further east. Keep coming around. Okay, let's hold it right here. I don't know why it took them so long to get set up in the back of this unit. Can you open up for a minute, Jamie? I can see how far you can slide before we lose it. Can you slide a little further east now? I don't want to lose it with this building, but let's go ahead and move the node and go a little further east, and we'll stay pretty steep. All right, this looks good right here. Okay. Might actually be able to see some of those businesses when we go back down in there. All right. All right, I'll probably just leave it open instead of sticking out because they want to ask a question. Yeah, good shot. Well, Philip, you can tell the roof has collapsed. We're actually another angle than we were just a few moments ago. If you were with us earlier, this is on Lancashire, north of Magnolia, and we understand there are 5 businesses in that portion of the structure that is ablaze right now. Firefighters backing off. We hope to get these aerial cannons up pretty soon and get those ladders up with a lot of water on this, but right now they're not hitting it too hard. There's been some access issues. They're trying to contain it to just those 5 businesses at this point in time. That's Lancashire there running down the middle of your screen. That's going to be shut down well into the morning. No reports yet on how this fire started or injuries, but it certainly has become a very difficult fire to battle. We'll go in tight one more time here. The roof on that portion of the structure that has, or those 5 businesses, is going to collapse completely. A portion of it has. We expect this to really take off. For a moment there, it looks like they're getting a handle on it, but once it collapses, there's a lot of fuel to take off. Right now, they're hoping to contain it from getting to any other businesses. And with Lancashire shut down, it certainly be a traffic incident well into the morning. We'll keep you updated, but you can tell they still have quite a battle on their hands here. Is that smoke coming off of this side? So, Michelle, can you look at this on Google and then try and figure out for me what that business is, right? The one they're trying to save right there. You see a little bit of what I'm worried about. You see the smoke coming out of that stack? That means a fire has gotten into this business as well, which is past that bearing wall. And we might be able to see off of Google what that business is. See how it has that almost like a facade there in front with those weird windows? It would be... Well, there's going to be a big, it looks like a pretty big business to the north side. It's not on fire yet, but they did have some smoke coming out of those windows. That's got to be a concern. See, they're trying to ventilate that portion there. And see how it's going to look? It's going to look a lot different than the other businesses because it has that almost like a triangle-looking portion of the roof that's extended up. Okay, maybe that's it. Does that look like, if you look at the front of that, does it look like the roof line is very high? All right. Can you see a view from the front of that on Google? Well, I'm just trying to figure out if the roof line on all these businesses is the same height, and then there's one roof line that has some architectural look, and it goes way up with 3 little enclaves or like little windows there. That one right there. That's going to look a lot different from the street. That way we'd be able to identify what that is for sure. Okay. And do you know at the Vicious Dogs, do they Do they board dogs there? What kind of business is that? Is that hot dogs or real dogs? Okay, yeah. All right, thank you. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, copy. Yeah, they start getting smoke out of that roof. They're gonna have to get off. All right. All right. 20 seconds. Picture only. We got a few minutes. Let's go around to the other side real quick and see if it looks better. Yeah, just go around. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, this will be good. Jamie, we've got to re-rack some tape of the flames. Okay, copy that. We copy that, Jones, about the tape. All right. All right. Okay. I'll just throw it back to the hammer, sig out. Okay. If they want me to throw it to the ground crew, then just yell at me to do that. You know who that reporter is? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I wouldn't unless you told me to. Let's see if we can't slide. No, we're getting a little closer. Just let them know we're going to slide a little bit further. Yeah, the glare is getting a little rough, a little bit further to the east. We can even come around 4, I guess, if we want, whatever. How are you on the glare, James? Is it a problem? All right, okay, then just slide a little bit further east. This is good, thanks. Might have to work with me on this IFB. I'm not sure why it's so bad. I'm going to have to make a little pedal turn. You're okay right now. It's breaking up, though, a little. Okay, stand by. Pedal turn. Yeah, Philip, the good news is they're starting to get a handle on this fire. Started about 5:33 this morning. City Fire's gone to a major emergency here with 113 firefighters. You can see all the aerial cannons there getting as much water on this as possible. We'll go to some video we shot when we first arrived on scene, and you could tell the problem was some access issues. A lot of flame coming off that roof, and that roof has completely collapsed since then, and the fire really started to take off. We'll come out of this shot. We understand, or I believe it started in the Tokyo Delve sushi restaurant, but there's a Joe's Coffee in here, Vicious Dogs, a hot dog restaurant, as well as 17 Heart Studios. They could all be affected. It looks like they contained it to the 5 businesses they originally gave us, although we'll have to try and confirm some of that. Lancashire is shut down. You can tell they're getting a lot of water on this now, so I think they have it contained. Certainly not a knockdown. No reports yet of how the fire started or any injuries. That is good news, but expect Lancashire to be closed into the morning, maybe even the early afternoon. You've got Tahunga and Vineland as real good north-south alternates, at least for the moment. Leslie, Philip? We go back into the fire, Jamie. I think we're still streaming. Okay. Okay. Copy that. Okay, very good. Thank you. I appreciate that. What story do I follow, do you know, for the teas? All right. Okay. Thank you. And LA City Firefighters battling a stubborn blaze that started here on Lancashire at the Tokyo Delve Sushi Restaurant. It looks like they had a handle on it there for a moment. It sort of kicked up in the last few minutes. We'll be right back with a complete update. I'll re-rack that video if you would, Jamie. Okay. All right. Okay, and I'll sig out. We're going to roll our video. I'll keep it right around 30. Yes. Yes. Correct. And then I'll sig out. Yeah. All right, stand by. Yeah, Leslie, they are starting to get a handle on this fire. You could tell all the water canyons, they took a defensive stance just to surround and drown. We'll show you a video we shot when we first got on scene earlier this morning and where the fire erupted across that roof. We believe there's 5 businesses affected: Joe's Coffee, Vicious Dogs, and 1700 Heart Studios. That hasn't been confirmed, but we'll come back out to a live shot and let you know what you're looking at. Lankershim is shut down in both directions between Weddington and Magnolia. That'll be the case for some time. No reports yet on how the fire started. From Air 7 HD, I'm Scott Reif, ABC7 Eyewitness News. Excuse me? Oh, it is. Okay. Thank you. I thought you said hearts. But you said 1700, right? Just 17? Michelle? That studio, for some reason I had wrote down 1700 hearts, but I'm being told it's just 17 hertz. Okay, I wrote it down. Okay, thank you. Going to get us in the round robin. Do you think, Hunter? Okay. Okay. They give me 20. We'll have to roll that tape really quick, but I can still get it in there, I think, Jamie. I'll call for it quick. "30 seconds? Okay, great. And I won't call for the tape. I'll just give you a roll cue of 5:33. When you hear me say 5:33, just roll it. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're no problem. We're at the end of the show. After this hit, we'll be able to go in. Sure. I better call for the tape now. Instead of the roll cue, I'll just call for it. That's what it looked like when we first got on scene. Yeah, that's what they told me. Major alarm. I don't know why it took so long to get them all up and running, but... Okay, 20 seconds, and then SIG out, though, right? Yeah, I'm sure they'll want me to do that. I would think. Okay, stand by. 20 seconds. I'll SIG out. We'll roll our video. All right. Yeah, that's a lot of progress. Here's what it looked like when we pulled up on scene. We'll show you some video. And, boy, it really was a concern there when it started to collapse. The roof did, and this took off. It's on Lancashire in between Weddington and Magnolia. That's been shut down. We'll come back out to a live shot. Started to Tokyo Delve Sushi Restaurant, spread to 5 other businesses, we understand. Looks like they almost have a knockdown, but expected to be closed. Lancashire for some time. Back to you in the studio. We're going to have to break pretty soon for fuel, so ask them when we're clear. Oh yeah, we can do that. We can go back to fuel and come back. Okay. Are we clear now? I'm going to be back here at 6:59. $7.59, I'm assuming you mean, yeah. Oh, just right here at the end. Okay, I thought it was top stories at the end. Okay, picture only, you got it. Got it. For some reason I was thinking of cut in later, I don't know why. But no, thank you, Hunter. No problem. Okay. Well, you did a fantastic job, so no worries. Ah, well, good. You've been baptized. Um, I don't think so. I mean, you can tell if we do or not. It's a tough in here for some reason. We just have one more hit here at the top in like 2 minutes. Picture only in 3. You got it. If we lose it now, it doesn't matter too much. It's just if we lose it, I can't hear them and I can't get the cue. It's a little tough.